You alright? Obviously, it's another Cameo episode there. I thought you might like to have a few more of these. Now, I have left it too long, as you can tell by the upload schedule I've been doing. I can't actually find out what it is the people who bought these want for them, because these were for some people from ages ago. So, unfortunately, you're just going to have to guess. I mean, it's anyone's guess anyway for the way these go. But we're getting off to a blinder with this first one. Maybe you've seen it advertised on the socials. I'm probably going to clip it and use it to advertise these. I think you'll really like this. I enjoyed listening back to this first one. Just let you just fucking listen. Here it is, the first one. You alright, Biddy Dave?
Little birthday message for you from
the lads you got talking to outside at the butcher's last week.
It's apparently you're turning 26. This could be is it a belated? No, yeah, this is a belated birthday message, mate. So sorry, you just ended up further down in the list of these. But you know, you're still getting a little birthday message, though, innit? Your mates have still, you know, thought to themselves, well, fucking, we'll get
Biddy Dave.
A little video message, mate, from that weirdo that cuts up animals. What sort of animals do you cut up, mate? Apparently you're in pest control, innit? Do you deal with foxes? Do you deal with squirrels? Do you deal with rats, mate? These are rats. So this is one of my rat pencil cases. This is my one that I keep. A nice white one. Not in like a race thing. That's not like a race thing. That's not like, oh yes, you know, a nice white rat. For, you know, nothing like that. Because I do have a brown one as well. Albeit the brown one's sold. Which again isn't like a dodgy thing or out like that. It's just, I just kept this one for myself. And then I make others and sell those. I feel like I'm digging a hole.
Biddy Dave.
Do you dig a hole when you're needing to dispose of the animals? I've always thought it might be a good idea to burn them. I've always liked the idea, if I'm dead honest with you, I've always liked the idea of tying up bags of dog shit to helium balloons and just letting them go. But that'd be quite fun to do with the mice that you've captured from people's houses, do you not think? Tie a little bit of fishing line to the mice when they're dead, and tie them to balloons, fill the balloon... balloon fills up, that's the balloon filling noise. Bit of helium. Then again though, you should probably sound a little bit higher, shouldn't it? Because it's helium. Like that, you know, because it's using its own gas to make the noise. And you have the balloon, and you take a little... Hello! And you've had a little bit of the helium. Like that, you know, and then you... Because for a laugh, you know, you've paid good money for the helium. You've bit into your fucking profit margins, mate, for this fucking big helium canister that you're now dragging around in your fucking... I'm going to say rent-a-kill, but you might not be rent-a-kill. You know, they may be the enemy, which is fine. I had to run in with rent-a-kill, and I'll tell you about that in a minute if I remember. But let's finish this helium bit, because it seems like it could go somewhere, mate. And you got a little bit of fishing line around the tail of this mouse, this dead mouse. And then maybe you could experiment, and you got loads, you know, you found them all over the house, and instead of scooping them up and putting them in a pile, you just keep tying fishing lines to the tails, and then you unspool it out. So as a prop, you unspool it like you're laying dynamite, mate. Like you're a cowboy and you're trying to lay dynamite down to blow up a bridge, right? Maybe you're like a domestic terrorist.
Biddy Dave.
You know, that's what the rumour is, a domestic terrorist of rodents. And then you're tying this fishing line to these mouses' tails all around the house, mate. And then the last one, like the last bit of line that you're going to tie on, you really tie it into the balloons. And then you knot that around it so it doesn't just slip off. Because you don't want that to happen. All your hard work goes to waste. And then you release this big handful of helium balloons. So rather than just the first 3, you've done another one like that. Filling them up, mate. Kids party balloons, mate, like party dogs, you know, like balloon animals. You're making balloon rats, mate, out of these balloons with helium in, so it fits in. And this could be how you advertise your stuff, mate. Even if you want to use this clip to advertise your business, mate, fucking go for it. I hope they all come to World Around You and order some cameos and shit, mate. Normally I charge more to advertise businesses, but if you do this as a publicity stunt, you'll probably get nicked. But then think of the glory, mate. The glory when you're in the newspaper for tying fishing line. I've not even got there yet. Tying fishing line to mice, and then a big handful of balloons out the window, out the master bedroom window or whatever. You know, wherever you find that last mouse. Well, wherever you find the last mouse, nearest window. There, you plan it. You go around with a little drawing of the house, little plan, little blueprint, and you put little X's, and then you plot your map. and you've got all this fishing line all around the house, mate, and the owner of the house is going, what are you doing? Pick them up, they're going to drip piss and blood everywhere, please stop. You're like, nah. You're unlatching them all, mate, from the mouse traps, because you've got a few in mouse traps, but you've given some of them like a non-secondary poison, because the owner of the house has got cats, and you don't want to also poison the cats. So you've laced the house with rat poison and that. The mice have had it, the mice have died. They're all tied to this string onto these balloons. And then you release the balloons, and the balloons keep going, and they drag the first mouse out the window. You just hear a little as the mouse slaps against the side, and then you hear another. But then it's snagged. So you've got to walk around the house then and fucking, just fucking hoof the fucking mice around the house towards the window, and the balloon's just dragging them away, and then you think, it's going to start to struggle. I'll add another little fucking few balloon animals to the string, and that'll give it a bit of heft. You go back to the window and add it there, and then before you know it, there's a line, mate, of like 60 odd dead mice just floating through the sky, mate, from fucking
Tigbiddy Daves. Tigbiddy Daves.
Stampers.
Tigbiddy Daves. Tigbiddy Dave. Tigbiddy Dave. Tigbiddy Dave. Biddy Dave. Tigbiddy Dave's mouse. Tigbiddy.
I'm trying to think of a name for your business.
Tigbiddy Dave's.
I don't know. I can't. I've got nothing, mate.
Tigbiddy Dave's.
It's an hard name to link to fucking dead mice. But either way, mate, they're being dragged out the window now. I don't know why we're going on about this. I just thought it'd be a good thing to do. It's a nice little visual, innit? It's fun. It's fun to just imagine all these mice just being dragged out the window, and you're just there. You've hired like some different people in it, inclusive hirings, and you've got them all out in the front garden. Not as like tokenism or anything horrible like that. Nothing weird. Just to make sure that it looks good in the paper, because you are going to be in the paper for this. And you've got them all stood there, and some of them are saluting. You've given some of them rifles, and they're shooting these rifles and muskets into the sky in celebration. And then the police come, say you shouldn't have these, and you're just like, it's just a fucking like 3-gun salute, mate. And then you've also got all these different types of people knocking about around you, and you're like, yeah, look, mate, and you're all getting together for the photograph like that. And the newspaper man's like this, thinking, this is fucking mental, this is going to change my career, mate. But my run-in with Rent-A-Kill, man, was I got in touch with them because I wanted to buy dead mice off them, and rats and that, and moles, because I knew that they had to kill them, and then they'll have to pay to dispose of them. So I was like, can I have them off you? And they were like, no. And I was like, right, okay. So how about then, will you take my waste away so that I don't have to do it myself and organise it? They fucking quoted me like 900 quid, mate, to take a box about this big of dead rats and frozen rat cadavers. I was like, why? You're just going to shove it in your van, mate. Why don't we just do it where I pay you, I'll slip you a little, 20 quid every now and then. You come and take these away, dump them in the back of your van, and they go off with yous. And he was not into that at all, mate. No moonlighting in the fucking pest control game, is there? There's no fucking little backhanders and that. Nothing, mate. Fuck all. But unfortunately, that never happened. Well, it did happen, but they didn't do it. Do you know what I mean? It was just annoying. I wasted their time, basically. And they had the cheek and the gall, mate, to act like I'd wasted their time. They set up an appointment. I'd explained to them explicitly on the phone what it was I wanted, and they did not tell the guy that they sent to me any of what I'd told him. He thought I was fucking insane, because he just came into the old studio, not this one, the old one, saw dead rats stuffed everywhere. I was like, yeah, man, I just want to empty out this freezer every now and then of the rat cadavers and that, the bodies without the skin. Thought maybe you could help me with that. How much for it? He was like, leave it with me and I'll get into it. He wanted to leave, mate. He didn't want to be there. He wanted to leave as soon as he could. Well, yeah, apparently you got 2 pet cats as well, mate. I've got a pet cat. I used to have about 9, though, innit, because my mum used to get broody. So, but what was weird is they never used to bring back that many dead animals. The weirdest thing a cat ever brought back, dead, was itself. One of my cats disappeared for like 3 years, then reappeared with a leg missing, half an ear gone, and then it came into the house we were like, fucking hell, you're right, Trigger? And he came up and he was like, hello to everyone, fucking purring and that. He never used to purr. Very skinny at this point. And then he went out the house again. We didn't see him. A few days later, we found him fucking dead in the garden. So he'd come home just to say bye and die in the, underneath the plants, which was pretty weird, didn't it? They've told me that you support West Ham as well, and I don't give a shit about football, man. I've got naught to say about that. But they've also said that Tut is your nickname. Now, they've spelt it in capital letters like T-U-T, as if that's some form of, what's the word? Not anagram. Acrosnifization? No, that's not the word. Alliteration. Apostrophization. No, fuck me. What's the word, man? There's a word for when the titles of the first letter of something. I don't know if it's something like that, So, like, keeping it football related, the only football thing I really know is the slogan for, like, City, that the fans will say is City till I die. And theirs is CITD, which is, an abbreviation, mate. Maybe an abbreviation, that might be the word I'm looking for. But is that what Tut is? Like, the under terror, the unusual Terence, and everyone's like, oh, he's the most unusual Terence, mate, and everyone's like, why is he the most unusual Terry? Terry, what do you mean? He's got his name's
Biddy Dave,
mate. Well, weird, that, innit? Weird Terence, man, weird guy, that fake Terry over there. I don't know, mate. They've not told me why that's your nickname. So other than going, Tut, maybe you're just, like, insincere and fucking hate everything, though. Maybe everything, someone comes up to you and they're like, oh, what do you reckon to this bluebell here, mate? What do you reckon to this? It's made out of rat skin, chicken beaks and duck bills. And you just go, like that. Maybe you don't speak much.
Biddy Dave.
That ties into your character, though, mate. That adds to your character, at least in my head now. Because now I'm imagining a man that speaks in nothing but tuts, in various levels of tutting, and he's tying little bits of fishing line to dead rats around people's houses and stuff after he's killed them. So you're there with the customers and you're like, and they're like, are you alright? You're like, just sighing and tutting at them. I don't know if this is picking up the sighing and tutting. You're there just going. Maybe that's how you're calling all the local cats, mate. Maybe you're like a, what's the word? Not, holistic, maybe. Holistic. Environmentally friendly mouse killer, mate. You're just there at the door of these houses. The owners of the house, you've been like, you need to go out because of the way that I do this. You don't want to be around for this. And they're like, oh yeah. And in there, they're thinking he only tuts. So how did I even understand that? But maybe you're like Groot, mate. Maybe you ingratiate yourself into their life for a few months beforehand, and then eventually they can understand you. So you've been hanging around them in the shops and that, just going like that behind them as they go to pick things off the shelf, and they think you're being condescending. When they're going for the white bread, their hands reaching for the white bread, and you're going, and as it reaches for the brown bread, it just slows down more, like a car indicator. And then once it gets to the whole grain, you stop. So you've changed their life, mate. Now they understand how you work, innit? Maybe that's what's happening. Maybe that's why Tut's your nickname. It could be, maybe you're Egyptian. I don't know, like King Tut. Maybe you sleep a lot. Maybe your house is a dump, mate. Maybe your house is just like dusty, like really dusty, like it's fucking full of sand, Maybe your house is very confusing. Maybe it's a bit of like a H.H. Holmes house where you've got fake corridors and traps and stuff, kind of like Tutankhamun's tomb. But you've got that set out so that the mice can never find their way out your house. Maybe you capture all these mice alive in your house. Maybe instead of being at the door, being the holistic mouse killer going like that, calling in all the local cats. Maybe you just fucking capture them in these houses in humane traps and then release them in your house in like one of them mice cities in your house, and then they can't escape and not in it, but they think they can, and you're there all the time building fake doors and stuff and like pit traps and things like that. Maybe that's why they call you Tut, mate. Anyway, happy birthday, mate.
See what I mean? It was a good one, innit? There's that little act out with the floating mice, mate. I quite enjoyed that. Hopefully it'll do well as a video and all. You're probably wondering why has he not been putting out episodes, and where's the rest of the series of the celebrity B&E, where's the celebrity breaking and ending? Well, I do have a little message here from our host. Hello, I've been nicked. I'm calling you, and I'll be back soon. I'll be back with Paul as well. Paul stood by me this time. He really has. And well, just thank you for letting me tell the people. See what I mean? He's just been a bit predisposed, isn't it? And same mate. My head's been a mess, but I've not been able to focus on stuff or out like that. But I've started having these magic mind things, these little mushroom things, and there's like not like a it's like a drink. Well, it is a drink. It's not like a drink. It is a drink. And I had them for a few days, and as you can see, I'm fucking back grafting, mate. I've designed some more stuff for the website for my magnets and that, and I've also put this together, cobbled this fucking show together, and you go to there'll be a link in the description below if you want to give them a try. You can give them a go, mate. There's not a lot to say about them. I think they've made me feel a little bit more sharper, I suppose, a little bit more fucking focused, I think. Even if it is just the thing of in the morning, just gonna have one of these. Do you know what I mean? It's a nice little fucking start to your day, innit? I quite like it. I think it works. It seems to work for me. Maybe it'll work for you. Give it a go. I'll pop a link in the description, and that. There's I don't know if there's a code. I'm not sure if there's a discount code as such. There might be. There might not be. It's fucking. I don't remember. I just fucking thought I'd say, give them a go. If you like them. If you don't, you don't. But it's worth a go. If you're wondering what it is, it's called a mental performance shot, which it's like a shot of, in essence, like a shot of alcohol, except this is a shot of mental performance. Not mental as in fucking, he's fucking mental him. Mental as in, I think more like Doctor Strange mental, where he's like, it's your brain, like brain power and that. But apparently it's 100% safe in that, and you've got to say all of this in a sense of that sounds really natural, but unfortunately you can't really say it all natural because there's fucking so much stuff to include within it that that would be convenient to cover. Do you know what I mean? Like it's not a quick fix. It's not a coffee replacement either. I still have my caffeine. I still fucking churning out cups of coffee, mate. Just fucking shoving them down myself, mate. It's just, I saw a meme and it was like, just drinking 17 cups of coffee. I think it was actually a Zootgeist or Zootgeist drawing. And you're like, he's fucking just churning out coffee just so you can feel something. And the fucking magic mind, it might not help you feel, but it might help you think. You know what I mean? And unless, maybe that's just going to make you think about negative stuff. But it's supposed to reduce stress and that, innit? So, and it seems to, in its own way, I suppose. I don't feel as stressed. As you can tell, I feel quite relaxed as I'm saying this, innit? It seems alright. According to what I've seen, his doctors validated. Maybe what I should do is really make this seem like a conversation, and it's between me and the host of Celebrity B&E. And do you get this in, Nick? No, we can't be having that in there. It's little bottles, you see. You could file it down and shank someone, couldn't you? I wouldn't be safe. Wouldn't be safe in here if they were knocking about being delivered. Even if they dropped them in through drones. Like, I don't really know if the sponsor will be happy hearing something like that. You know what I mean? But I'm glad you've got involved. Anyway, I don't think they're going to be sponsoring Celebrity B&E or even allowing me to mention these on Celebrity B&E. But fucking there's a limited offer you can use now if you're interested in them. It gets you up to 48% off. Not you, the host of Celebrity B&E. I was going to say, I can't really be using it, can I? I can't get it in. How'd you sneak that in? You can't sneak them up in your ass. Actually, you probably could sneak them in up your ass because they're only small bottles, but that's besides the point because you get a box of like a few. And you wouldn't get them all up there, I wouldn't have thought. Someone will definitely notice you walking weird into the visitor's room. Anyway, I'll pass on my regards to Paul for you. He has been wondering, why aren't you answering his call? It don't matter. You can get 20% off your one-time purchase with them if you use the code WorldAroundYou20 at the checkout, and you can claim that at magicmind.com/worldaroundyou. Use the link in the description below. But anyway, let's just fucking crack on, shall we, with this next one. Like I said, I got no fucking clue where these are gonna go. I've not really got an idea of who they're for. I can't access the information on Cameo for them anymore because they're so old, these files. Not that people have stopped ordering them, it's just I've got a backlog of them to get through. A lot of people wanted some on the run up to Christmas. We've still got a few. They might sound a bit Christmassy, they might not, but here's the next one.
Right,
Take Biddy Dave.
little message from
Fat Steve.
Foil. Apparently you owe him 40 quid, mate. He wants that back, mate. He's not desperate for it, you know, he's not desperate for the money back. He doesn't really need it back, but it's just a matter of respect, isn't it, really?
Take Biddy Dave.
You know, obviously you don't really care about your friends and that. You don't, you know,
Fat Steve.
telling me he's your friend, and he obviously is your friend because he's paid for this as well, mate. So realistically now, he's about £48 down, maybe £47.50 down or so, whatever it is that charges him for this. So he cares about you enough to get you this. Because think about what he could get. He could just go to the bookies, mate, and pay someone, you know, find some crackhead or something outside the bookies and pay him 25 quid to come and break your knees. Do you know what I mean? And then he could still get his 40 quid back and still be 15 quid up. Whereas this way I've got to try and convince a stranger who's, you know, he's saying you're a huge druggo. So, you know, I imagine you're at least a baghead. So, you know, you need to start thinking about it, you know, at night time and that, you know, when you're just getting comfortable in bed.
Take Biddy Day.
You know, and you're just thinking, oh, I was just about to pass out and that. You never hear these little random noises in your back garden. That could be someone that
Fat Steve's
sent round, mate. Do you not think? Do you not think that could be someone that has just been sent over and then
Fat Steve
just text them going, nah, leave it, not tonight, mate, not tonight. I've changed my mind. Sorry to mess you about. Yeah, here's a fiver. That 40 quid, mate's becoming a bigger debt in his eyes now because he keeps paying these fucking fiends, mate. Keeps paying them to come round to your house and that, innit? That's what's happening, mate. Apparently, that might be what's happening. I don't know for sure, though, innit? But you know, it could be. It could be what those noises are in the night. Someone about to come through your house and be like, you alright, mate? Fucking give us 40 quid. They're not just going to take 40 quid though, are they, mate, if they come through your door? Why is that worth 40 quid to them? They've got to get that 40 quid at least to give to
Fat Steve.
But then they've got to think, well, I'm already in here, you know, might as well bum him, or, you know, whatever's going to happen. Do you know what I mean? And you'd be powerless to stop it.
Take Biddy Dave.
Potentially, do you know what I mean? It's worth paying, innit, really, realistically. It's probably worth paying your debts. Apparently you owe about £1,000 to all of your friends, mate. Do you know what they could get all sorts for £1,000, mate. There's this mad rumour on the internet about red rooms and that, bro. Yeah, there's all sorts of horrible things on the internet, mate. They could easily make that £1,000 back as well, just by finding some local nutter and bringing him round and being like, oh, come on, we're all going round. We've convinced him we're going to a party, mate. We've all said, you know, we're going to this party. Come to mine, we're having a party. And you just get there, mate, and there's some big fat angry guy sat on a chair, and you just look at him and he lets on, so he's like, hello, like that, you know. Obviously looking down at you like I am, mate. As a marker to show the level of pissed offness from
Fat Steve.
And as a little, you know, to show his level of disrespect towards you, and because you're 5'5" as well, so I've set the camera up pretty low so that I've got to look down into it, so it's like a realistic interaction of you looking up to me whilst I speak to you. Do you know what I mean? So it feels lifelike, doesn't it? Feels like it's actually happening right now, mate. Do you know what I mean? But you look across the room and there's this big fat guy. He's angry, mate, but he sees you and he smiles. You've made his fucking day, mate, because he knows, mate. He knows that he's the reason that you're there, and you're the reason that he's there. He's in love with you now.
Take Biddy Dave.
In his eyes, he's completely besotted by you. He's like, this is my wife, mate. He is my husband for the evening, and maybe into the morning. And maybe whilst he's unconscious, I'll find his wallet and find his address, and maybe he'll be my husband in next week's, the end of next week, maybe the start of next week, depending on the guy's schedule. He's obviously a busy man. They've had to wait ages to be able to book him in.
Take Biddy Dave.
But it's worth thinking about, isn't it, mate? Rather than spending, 2,000 hours on Fortnite. Unless you're going to go into like esports or something, then fair play to you. Maybe I'll sponsor you or something. But, maybe what this fat fella's going to do to you is, let's pretend, because I can't find a pencil, let's pretend, right, that this sharp nail is this big fat fella's penis, right? The arsehole of this rat is your arsehole, right? Now, I don't think he's going to be as kind to try and, ease it in, ring it round the rim, so to speak. I think he's getting the flat end of the nail, mate, and it's going in until it can't no more. Straight away, lad. All over £40. It's ridiculous, the lengths that
Fat Steve will
go to, Ridiculous, mate. Terrifying, to be fair. He seems like quite a scary guy, yeah. Do you know what I mean? This is the colour that your arse is going to be as well after this fat fucker's done with you. Look how red raw that'll be, mate. Look at that. This little squidgy duck's arse, mate. You'll be like, oh, you'll see this next week on me TikTok and that, and you'll be traumatised, bro. You'll be like, oh my god, that's giving me flashbacks to seeing my own arse cheeks. Maybe the guy's gonna break your neck in like a very sort of chiropractic Kama Sutra kind of way, so that you can watch yourself be like shagged in the arse by a stranger. I don't know. Maybe I don't know you. Maybe this isn't a threat to you. If that's not a threat to you, fair play. I'm not saying it like it's an insult. I've just been told to fucking, try and get this 40 quid back and try and make you pay. I don't know how to make you pay. I don't know you, innit? I don't know what your little kryptonite is, mate. Maybe you've got a pet. Maybe, maybe that pet's the answer, mate. Maybe that pet's on its way to me right now, mate. Maybe it's already here. Maybe you've not seen your cat for a couple of days.
Take Biddy Dave.
Maybe that cat is in this freezer, like eye level freezer to you.
Take Biddy Dave.
This, innit? Look at that. I've got to crouch right down to it.
Take Biddy Dave.
Eye level for you, mate. Do you not think? It's worth bearing in mind, innit? Look at this, mate. Maybe you've got a pet bird. Maybe you've got some form of pet bird.
Take Biddy Dave.
I've not got you by the neck in this scenario, now that you're a lot taller. Because I'm not a physical guy, mate. I'm not being physically threatening. Yeah, look. Maybe you're going to have your pet budgie sent to me, mate, and I'm going to decapitate him, after he's been frozen and shipped to me, first class. Because they're going to pay for the first class.
Take Biddy Dave. Fat Steve.
He's got the money. He's got the money for that first class postage. Do you not think? Do you think he's made of money, though?
Take Biddy Dave.
You think he's made of money? You don't have to pay him back because he can afford first class postage to send me a frozen budgie. Think again.
Take Biddy Dave.
It's not infinite. It's got a finite amount of money. And you've got less money now because of you, mate. Fucking start selling videos of yourself playing Fortnite, mate, to earn this money back, to pay him back. Maybe start putting your hand in your pocket to buy them nice things, rather than you just buying yourself nice things at their expense. Start streaming.
Take Biddy Dave.
Stream your Fortnite, mate. Do something to earn a little couple of quid. Earn a little crust.
Take Biddy Dave.
And then share that crust with your friends, rather than take and hoarding it all for yourself like some selfish dragon, mate, on a big pile of gold. Do you know what I mean? Because you never know when
Fat Steve
is going to send the equivalent of like a White Knight or Shrek to come and get that gold back, innit? I'm like a subtle warning, apparently.
Take Biddy Dave.
Obviously, if someone does actually come and kill you or something, I had nothing to do with it. This is all just a bit of fun. Like I'm patting you on the head.
Take Biddy Dave.
It's just all fun and games, lad. But you should probably pay your debts back, innit, mate? Fucking see you in a bit.
Hopefully one I won't come to regret. Now, moving on. I have got a little discount for Fat Pete's Prints. If anyone's interested in some gear from Fat Pete's Prints, I've heard he's got a couple new t-shirts. You might have seen him in one of my videos. Sausage written on his shirt. Quite nice, quite a good bit. I quite liked it. My Grey Jogger Boy fans enjoyed it as well. They kept writing sausage under videos. And obviously, if you don't know what Grey Jogger Boy is, that's where I advertise my OnlyFans. I have an OnlyFans as well. But you're not here for that. You're here for the discount code for Fat Pete's Prince, mate. It's Dead Rat. It's always the same. DEADRAT, all capital letters. And I'll have another little discount code for you at the end of the episode for my website. But bearing that in mind, let's move on to the next one. No idea what it's about. Let's see what happens. Go and fucking sign up to my Patreons, you tight bastards. Go on, give it a go. £3. Loads of extra content, mate. Hundreds of extra episodes. But you won't hear anything like what you're about to hear here.
Right,
Tig Biddy Dave.
fucking happy birthday, mate. Little birthday message for you from
Your mum's new boyfriend.
He says that you're not really into taxidermy, so I mean this could be somewhat torturous for you, but we'll see where it goes, eh? So this is a glove puppet that I've made out of a fox's head, and I've put a little squeak in its face as well, just to make it a bit more fun in it. And it's got these bloodshot eyes as well. Obviously not its real eyes, and I like holding it there like it could fucking get you. You know what I mean? There's squirrels as well. These are dead squirrels on my jumper. Christmas squirrels. It's a squirrel I gave fake tits to. Put it in a nice little sparkly bra and gave it a Santa's hat one Christmas and took pictures of it so that I could sell it on sweatshirts in the future once I figured out how to sell printed merchandise, which I've now done.
Tig Biddy Dave.
So you can get them from my website. He wants me to try and convince you that you're gonna enjoy the taxidermy. So fucking buckle up, mate, because I'm gonna give you a nice little run through. Not in like a sexual weird way, not like run through you, you know, like how you hear people describe people and what they want to happen to them on their birthday on like Instagram videos and stuff. What would you like for? Well, they might be using. This doesn't look like a microphone. This toilet brush I made out of a deer's leg looks like a microphone though. What is it you'd like for your birthday? Well, I'd like to get run through by a taxidermist. Do you know what I mean? It's nothing like that, mate. Nothing so filthy. There's a deer's leg, a little bit of duckling skin up the top there. But I'm going to run through some of the things I've made for you, mate. So this is a pencil sharpener that I've put up a dead rat's arsehole. And you can, all the pencil sharpeners just fall out out of what would have been the ball sack, but obviously I've removed the ball sack. Sometimes I put them in little pendants. Sometimes, you're going to come with me now.
Tig Biddy Dave.
You know, stick with me. Sometimes what I'll do
Tig Biddy Dave.
is, see that there? That come off the wall? There we go. This is Sack Girl. So her face is actually made out of a rat scrotum, possibly even 2 rat scrotums. Now, I don't know if I'm going to waste much of the video putting it back on the wall. No, mate, look at that. I'll put the camera back so I don't have to hold you, because you don't want to be held by me, do you?
Tig Biddy Dave.
That makes it pretty weird. Quite intense as well if you're this close to my face while I'm like, look at me dead rats, mate. Do you know what I mean? It's unnecessary. You don't need to do that. It's silly. What about this, mate? I call this a dick. It's got 3 eyes in it because it's got 3 legs, an eye for each leg. Not as in like eyeballs, but eyes as in the letter as you spell the word dick. Instead of duck, I was going to call them dykes with like a D-U-I-C-K, but I thought it'd just be funnier to just call them dicks, like someone shouting dicks. So it's just a duckling with 3 legs. They're called gaffs. People make these a lot. They're called gaffs. But a lot of people like to try and make them look like, you know, like the 3 legs are there. Say this is the duckling's body, and then you've got the 3 legs here. People like to try and make it look like that, as if it's real. But they're lying to you.
Tig Biddy Dave.
No, I'm not lying to you, innit? I just make stupid stuff. And sometimes I'll repair nicer things, like this. Like I say nicer, you might still not like this. That's that fox's head, that's someone else's stuff, but I'm going to repair it up. Maybe mess with it a bit, make it look scary or funny. Hopefully a bit of both. That's what I like to go for.
Tig Biddy Dave.
I like to get a little bit of both in there. Now, if you are finding all of this a little bit much,
Tig Biddy Dave.
a little bit too intense, that's why I make these, mate. These are called insanity mirrors, so you can settle yourself down by literally rubbing down. Yeah, again, not in like a weird, like rubbing down as in duck down. You know, not like that, not like there's like fucking laser beams coming over your head or out like that and you're fucking trying to get out of the way of them. But you just rub this, mate. It's a little bit of duckling skin in a cupboard. So that's to like try and calm people. A little bit of something for everyone.
Take Biddy Dave.
And speaking of something for everyone, apparently what you're into aliens, mate, and I am and all. So I can talk about that to you for quite a while, mate. He's also told me that you're He liked me toothpaste theory, which makes me think he must be a Patreon subscriber, possibly. So if maybe he might treat you to a month on there.
Take Biddy Dave.
I'll show you the things on there, let you listen to them. But my toothpaste theory is the idea that it can't be good for us, to be scrubbing stuff into our gums. Because think about if you were going to have a bit of sniff, right, and you were going to test it. Allegedly, what you would do is you might rub it on your gums to see if it's alright, see if it burns, see if it works, see if it does what you think it's going to do. See if it's what you think it is. And it gets into your bloodstream very fast so you can make a somewhat informed but probably bad decision, right? Now think about what you're doing with toothpaste, mate. You're getting a brush, like these toothbrushes here, that I use to clean dead rats, right? You're getting that, and you're scratching it into your gums, mate. Some toothbrushes have been much more abrasive than these. I purposely get softer ones, because it's good for brushing the fur and that. Imagine you're brushing like a very loose beard. Not that makes any sense to you. But then you're rubbing your gums dead hard, and the toothpaste is then getting brought into your agitated gums. You're getting it in there, right? And then I think that what that does is affects our brains, gets into our bloodstream. This stuff that we can't eat toothpaste because it'll kill us. We'll die if we eat a whole tube of toothpaste. It's very bad for you. But yet you can rub it into your gums and get it into your bloodstream. Because my dentist used to always tell me when I was a kid, you should be brushing your teeth till your gums bleed. And then when your gums bleed, you don't stop. You keep brushing your teeth. You just keep going while it's bleeding. It doesn't matter. You've got to brush them for as long as you can, right? Which seems like fucking mental advice, mate. Like they're trying to get you the chemicals in your head. So that I don't have as many like weird dreams or as vivid dreams if I brush my teeth regularly, or if I drink a lot of tap water. My head settles down as well, and I don't have a lot of the paranoid thoughts, which
your mum's new boyfriend
might notice if he's on my Patreon. If he's on patreon.com/worldaroundyou monthly, he'll notice there's less episodes when I brush my teeth a lot. I even talk about it. There's less episodes recently because I've been drinking loads of tap water because it's supposed to be good for you. But you also do it in the morning, mate. So what if the toothpaste goes in and gets in your brain, and then, like, say up there, right, in the sky, outside, say there's massive machines, like when they use the diacin glass, is it? Diacinthin glass, the stuff that some of them Russians were knocking about with on social medias recently. They were showing, look at these machines in the sky. Look, you hold this, here's a fake tip to use as a piece of diacin glass. You hold that in front of your phone, and then all of a sudden you can see the machines. Now I've always been saying for years, mate, I've been saying that there's fucking machines in the sky that we can't see for some reason, but it affects our perception of reality. It makes sure that we all see the same thing. I've called them the Gray's perception filters and have done for years. You can hear all about that in my podcasts, mate. But what is it you believe about aliens, or where are we in like alien lore? Are we into reptilians, greys, mantids? Personally, I'm not sure if I believe that they're necessarily real like that. I think they're interdimensional creatures, or extra-dimensional creatures that live in a different dimension to us, and we can't quite see or experience it because our brain doesn't work. I'll put the breast down, it might be unsettling for you. But I think that they mess with our heads through the other side, like the stuff about archons and that, about how they harvest from our like spinal cords and our negative emotions. Like if you watch in a certain light, not like with ambilight behind the telly and that affecting what the telly looks like, I mean like from a certain perspective, and again not like literally, but there's not like hidden messages in that way in Lion King. But in the Lion King you see the hyenas, and the hyenas seem to feed off of misery, which seems to be a real thing in the world. And Zazu the bird seems to also influence everybody around to be miserable and scare them all, which means the hyenas can take over, but using, Zazu's influence, albeit against what Zazu's trying to do. But it just makes sense to me. I don't know if it makes sense to you though, mate. I'm hoping it does. I don't know. We've got I might show you some more stuff I've made. Mate, what about these? Because I don't want to rattle off too much about aliens for you. If you want that, go to the podcast. We might come back to them though. What do you reckon to this, mate? This is a reammonite I've made. It's an ammonite with loads of little baby chicken toes attached to it, so it looks like it's come back to life. Kind of looks like Omanyte, done it from Pokemon. It'd be good to make Omastar with little stars on it, little points, but I don't have any fossils that look like that. I do have little fossilised star things. I'm not quite sure what they are. I don't know what they're called, but maybe I'll use them. Maybe I'll dabble. Maybe I'll dabble.
Tig Biddy Dave.
A little dabble. Is that what you do with aliens? Do you dabble, or are you like fully in? Just, you know, not just dipping the toe, but a whole leg in there, whole body up to the neck, mate. What do you think? No, I don't. Obviously, you can't answer me. And if you do send me a message going, "I believe in aliens," and I'm probably going to read it. Maybe take the piss. Probably not answer you because it'd be a scary message to receive out of the blue. But still, there's just. I don't know if I believe, because now it's all about tabloids, isn't it? It's all in the tabloids, it's all in the red tops and in the newspapers. Oh, alien sightings, alien sightings. It's a very good way of going, look at this. Everyone look at, wait, gonna have to hold you again. Move you over there. It's like everyone's going, look at this, 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 none of this, like that. Everyone's making you look at here. You should be looking down here, mate. What's going on over there? What's this other hand doing? What's the foot doing? You know, is there a foot coming towards your shin? And that's what I think they're using aliens for. Because I've noticed recently, even on YouTube, a lot of the alien stuff's disappearing over to like Rumble and Rockfin and places like that, where it's a little bit harder to find things on there. Because it's not got like the algorithm as such. Even the algorithm seems a little alien, doesn't it? Like something's trying to learn us, mate, as people. Something's trying to get inside our heads, understand us, show us what we want to see. And then when we're addicted and it's showing us what we want to see, it's going to show us stuff we don't want to see. Stuff that it knows is going to get in our heads, mate. And rile us up and freak us out and that. Which isn't what you want on your birthday.
Tig Biddy Dave.
Is it, to be honest? You probably don't want that for your birthday. But I hope you do have a nice birthday, mate. I hope it's lovely. Hopefully this is, you know, sold you on taxidermy a bit, at least bad taxidermy anyway, not like proper taxidermy. You want bad taxidermy, innit? Not the proper taxidermy is pretty shit, because we've got Google and that, innit? But, he's giving me another fact about you as well, which we'll get on to now. Apparently you've got a nose like Mike Tyson, and you're always angry. Which seems like a really nice way to end the video, doesn't it? That's what
your mum's new boyfriend
stinks of you.
Your mum's new boyfriend
has paid me approximately £7, approximately £7.50, for me to tell you about aliens, talk to you about aliens, try and show you taxidermy, which he knows you won't like, and also to say that you've got a nose like Mike Tyson, and that you're always angry. Now, there's a little bit of me,
Tig Biddy Dave,
that's hoping
your mum's new boyfriend
is your other half, or maybe a lad that's looking to get his end away with you, you know, and now you can use this against him. You can be like, you think I've got a nose like Mike Tyson? And that means he's got to buy you some flowers, doesn't it?
Tig Biddy Dave.
Maybe he's his brother, though, and this has just become very awkward whilst you sat there watching this video together. You're just both looking at each other like that in the eye, thinking, oh, you don't, do you? And he's looking at you going, no. I mean... And you're like, whoa, it's my birthday, mate. And he's like, no, I know it's not my birthday. I know it's your birthday. And if you're not into it, then I'm not into it either. But you're not into the taxidermy, and I'm into the taxidermy. So I'm trying to influence you into liking the taxidermy. But at least he's told me that you believe in aliens. You know, there's something in this for you, hopefully. Now, I hope this hasn't been too long and confusing for you.
Tig Biddy Dave.
I hope you've enjoyed it in some way. I hope you have a nice birthday. He's not told me what you're doing for it, but... ironically, I seem to have chewed your ear off here, don't I? So, we'll end it with there, Tyson.
There we go. That's the third one. 3 will do. 3's more than enough. So, I did promise you a little discount, didn't I, for my website. I've gotten it written here. You'll want to use Cameo 13. I think it's all capital letters. It may be... one sec. It is all capital letters. CAMEO 13. Right, and you can use that on the dead rat magnet, and you get some money off. I think it was £1 or £1.50 or £1.75. You save a little bit of money on it anyway. So you know, treat yourself, treat your nan, treat your sister, you know, you should treat Tig Biddy Dave, mate. He'd really appreciate it. He gets enough hassle, you know, and aggro, and you know, he'd love a couple pictures of dead rats on his fridge. He'd love that, mate. Hopefully. Be back with another one of these next week. Hopefully this has gone alright. People have enjoyed it, we'll see. Don't know what day I am putting this out. I haven't got a clue. Hopefully you've been seeing the clips that I've been using to advertise this. If not, find me on all the socials at World Around You. World Around You's pod as well on Instagram, trying to grow that. I'm now no longer allowed to follow people on World Around You's pod because I was mass following people, and because I was only following people that liked stuff on my original page, and I'm guessing it was pissing people off because maybe I was kept requesting the same people. I have no idea, but I can no longer follow people, so that's now only organic follows, people finding the page. So please come on over and find it. Interact with me posts as well. If you see them, leave a comment. Maybe tell people in the comments that you listen to this. And also, sign up to the Patreon. £3 a month gets you access to everything, including all my ebooks, which I'm soon going to try and turn into audiobooks as well, because I think you might enjoy them more as audiobooks rather than just reading them. But anyway, I'll fucking see you in a bit, mate. Don't forget there's discount codes in the bottom for Fat Pete's prints. There's discount codes in the bottom for Magic Mind mushroom drinks, and there's a discount code in the bottom for my own website with the dead rat magnets. I'll fucking see you in a bit.